Kaymade-tech here again. All right. So today's video, we will be looking at web application security scanners. Um, in a previous video, we looked at vulnerable vulnerability scanners, right? And there's a difference. So the vulnerability scanners, they can scan an entire network, system, application to identify vulnerabilities that may exist across the broad spectrum. Okay. However, the web application security scanners, what those does, their focus is designed specifically to assure that security of web applications. That is their focus. Security of web application. They look for issues like misconfigurations, outdated software, dangerous files, and various web vulnerabilities like SQL injection and XSS, that's cross scripting injection. All right, so for the purpose of this video, we are going to use Nikto, Nikto, and we're going to use our Parrot virtual machine and also our OAPS BWA virtual machine. Okay, so that's just the introduction. I have launched my virtual machine, and although the IP address is written here, but let me just type it. Let me get the IP address. That's ifconfig. All right. As you can see, it says it's 192.168.56.131. All right. So that is the IP address for the OWASP virtual machine. We're gonna need that IP address. And now let's go to our Parrot virtual machine. So the first thing we're going to go to, Parrot is like Kali Linux. It has a lot of pen testing tools in it. So once we go to application here, we go to pen test, then we go to web application analysis, and we go to web vulnerability scanners, and we click on Nikto, right? So we put in our password. It's clear. Okay, so these are the just like the help page. These are things that we'll be using in order to work with Nikto. As you can see, there's something here: evasion, errors, encoding technique, help, host, IPv4, IPv6 key. All right, let's something that normally once you want to work on a tool, it's usually advised that you go into the help page to see what you can do, the flags, the functions, the modes, etc., etc. So let's clear this. So in order to, now that we have Nikto's tool, in order to work with this, we're going to type in Nikto for host, http backslash 192.168.56.131. That is our IP address for the VM that we're going to be scanning for web application security vulnerabilities. Press enter on this. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. I needed to output this in order for me to have a result. Otherwise, the results will be on the terminal, but I'll prefer us to have something to look at. Let's give output a name. L. Okay. So normally, as you see it here, this is how this is the whole report here. But we could put it in the HTML extension type in order to pull it up on a browser. So it's going to save to our home page. That's /home /kaymade-tech. All right, so our scan is complete. And as you can see, it says it took about 85 seconds. All right. So now that we have our scan, what do we do with this? We need to go to the result. Let's minimize this. Minimize this. Go here for name. So this is the name. So right click it here, open Firefox browser. So what Nikto finds, it finds files and directories, outdated software versions, security misconfiguration, and potential vulnerabilities like SQL injection. So looking through the result, the scanned result, so it gives us the IP address, the port that was scanned, and the HTTP server. That's Apache. So now, description, it says server may leak inodes via e-tags, header found with file, and this is the reference CVE. It says anti clickjacking X frame option header is not present. This is the reference here. Description here for the HTTP method. Say the X content type options header is not set. This could allow the user agent to render the content of the site in a different fashion to the MIME type. This is the reference here. Description here, it says directory indexing found, cross domain .xml contains a full wildcard entry. So these are various things which, I mean, it has references here. So the beautiful thing about this report is that apart from it giving you what the issues are, it sends you to a reference page where you can see the fix. It gives you a summary of the vulnerabilities discovered and includes description and potential remediation. So that is the beautiful thing about this. And you can also export these results and review it. And review your key findings. So let's continue to look at the report. And it's also, like I said, it gives references for everything. This web server may reveal its internal or real IP in the location header via request to with HTTP 1.0. Uncommon header TCN found with contents. It shows you the link also. Apache mode negotiation is enabled with multi-views, which allows attackers to easily brute force file names. Gives you the link here. So let's just click on this link and see what it opens. So the Open Web Application Security Project, broken web application, it contains many vulnerable web applications which are listed below. So all these are vulnerable web applications. So let's complete our report. It says proxy HTML 3.0 appears to be outdated. Current is at least 3.12. All right, so it gives us that information also. Python 2.65 appears to be outdated. Current is 3.96. Mode underscore Python 3.3.1 appears to be outdated. Current is 3.5. So it tells us all that is outdated. PHP outdated also. Current 8.1.5. SSL appears to be outdated. Per appears to be outdated. All right. Options here, it says allowed HTTP mode get, head, post, options, trace. So it gives us full information that we will be needing depending on the role we play. Okay. So if I'm a pen tester, ethical hacker, this is a very good information for me in order because it gives me all the weaknesses and the vulnerabilities of this web application security after the testing. So it gives me those information. Now, based on the information I have, I can begin to exploit and plan my attack. For the blue team, what it does for you is it tells you, okay, you have so many outdated services, so many outdated tools. What you now need to do is to fix that, patch it, update, etc., etc. So you see, for both the blue team and the red team, this is a very important tool. All right. Thank you for watching this video. And like I said, in order to do this, it's best to do it in a controlled environment. You cannot do this in a what's the name? You can't do it to you can't just go ahead and scan somebody's web application. It's illegal. If you want to partake in this, I will recommend you watch my previous videos where I installed Oracle VirtualBox Manager and I also installed various virtual machines in them. That way you can now practice ethical hacking, either the red team or blue team, or plan stimulus attacks in a controlled environment. Thank you so much for watching this video and look out for the next video.